Day 3 yesterday started off here in Guatemala City. Our days have been really full. We had a late night coming back from Pachal, didn't make it back in till after 10 o'clock, and didn't get to do a debrief that we would usually do at the end of the day. So we started off the day yesterday doing our regular debrief, which was actually a really, really great way to start the day. It gave us all a little bit of time to reflect on our experience in Pachal. I believe it was part of the visit that had a very significant impact. We got to hear a little bit of the history and what drew Dick and Marianne to Guatemala, to Pachal, and to the work that they've been doing in the past 30 years. And the great part was hearing all the improvements that have been made since the first bridge has been that's been built, since they've invested in the communities and the schools, and since they began working with ANG here in Guatemala. So that was really fantastic to hear. Also, a little difficult to also see a lot of the change that still needs to happen, and the improvements to help break that cycle of poverty and to improve the conditions of the education here. Yeah. So yesterday we had a pretty full day. We headed out of the city to Las Vistas, where there's a school, and the students there are from K to 6. And they also participate in our English education program. So it's really cool to get to go there and interact with them and the teachers and the staff, and just really hang out with them. So we got to do various activities with them, but a lot of it was just talking to them and spending time with them, and they were just so excited to have us there, which was really, really neat. Yeah, and we were really lucky. Yesterday wasn't just Valentine's Day. It was also AMG's 48th anniversary. So the school had planned a celebration, and we arrived just in time for song and dance. So every grade from kindergarten to grade 6 performed a song. The little ones were dressed up as animals. Some of them had a little bit more traditional performances. It was really great to see. And
and if you're lucky enough, we also got to perform.
Yeah. It was a surprise performance for everyone, including ourselves. But we gave it our all, and Danielle stepped up and led us through a song and dance as well. So that was a lot of fun, and there was just so much joy. And the kids were so happy when we walked in. We weren't sure what to expect, and we were greeted with applause, with high fives, with cheer, and everybody just wanted to give us some high fives, and it was really great to see. It was a pretty awesome experience. After the time that we spent in the schools, we went and we broke off into smaller groups, and we went and did some home visits where we dropped off some hospitality gifts to a few families that have children that are part of the program. We went to a house where the mother, her name was Jennifer, she had 2 young daughters. One was in the grade 3 program, and another one was in kindergarten. And we got to hear her story of the hardship that she's facing, and what her dreams are for her children. And that, I think, for me was my low. There's been a real reoccurring theme for me throughout this trip, is seeing a lot of women struggling to provide for their families. In this case, Jennifer has a husband, and her husband has to go away to work in sugarcane harvesting for anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks at a time, and he's only home for 2 days, and then he's off again. So from the month of January until harvesting's done, he barely sees his children. Jennifer right now is unable to work because she cares for her children, and it's just the 4 of them in this really small house with very little space. They did have 2 very adorable dogs that were really sweet, but that seemed to bring them a lot of joy. But it was just really, really difficult to see the challenges that she's faced. When asked if what she wants for her daughters, and what she dreams for her daughters is just for them to have a better life than she has or has had. She's doing everything she can to provide, but she's very limited. She has a grade 6 education. Her husband has a grade 9 education, and where they're located, there's not a lot of options for higher education. They do a bit of homeschooling or tutoring after grade 6, but to be able to further their education, they would have to relocate, and financially there's just not an option for them at this time. So she's very worried for her daughters and the opportunities that they're going to have, or lack of opportunities. She would love to see them become doctors, and to just be able to provide for their families and to have just a better life than what she thinks she could provide. But at the same time, you look at her daughters and they were just so full of joy. And that's the thing, is you see these families that have so little, yet they're so happy and they have so much joy and they're so kind to us and so welcoming. And they would give us probably the shirts off their back if we needed it. So yeah, I definitely being in the school, and the low is just, again, that reoccurring theme of the moms struggling with the families and young women to the adversity that they face ahead. Yeah.
There were so many moments for me where I felt just grateful to be there, to have this opportunity to be on this trip with my team, and then just to interact with the kids and the staff and the teachers and just see the joy, like you said, just so much joy and smiles all day long just because we were there. They don't know who we are. We're virtually strangers, and they were just so happy to see us, and that was just a very, very cool experience. And then just seeing the gratefulness that the students had for us being there, and then when we went into the home visits, it's just, and as well as the other visits that we've done throughout the trip, people are just so happy to have us visit them for whatever reason. In some cases, people are mobile, they can't necessarily leave their homes very much, they don't get visitors often, they might have family nearby, but that's about it. And so even having a group of strangers come into their home, they were so excited and just so happy to be able to chat with us and tell us about their lives and interact with us. And that has been such a warm and just amazing experience all around. And that has really been great for me, and I'm personally grateful for that, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We've done a few home visits now, and we've gone to visit, the village in Pachal. We went to the school, we went to the church, and the one thing that's just that I just can't let go of is what can we do? Like I just feel like I can't wait to get home and do more reflecting and try to find ways to do more and encourage others to also take part in these experiences so that they can understand what we're going through, because we can definitely talk about it and debrief at night, but it's still until you're actually in these people's homes and experiencing this, that needs and that desire to want to do more, and just I can't really put it into words. So yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. Definitely lots of highs and lows, for sure. Yeah, and we've got a great team to share it with.
Thank you.